Kia ora guys, Bird here. Welcome to episode 27 of Thaumcraft 5. Behind us we have a magical forest. That's the magical forest that I showed in the live stream and talked about in the last episode. We're here just behind it in a swamp because I was looking here in the night time for some slime balls. Now the slimes, they do spawn in the swamps now. The other way to get them is in slime chunks, and in my TC4 world I didn't have a problem finding slimes because my base was basically right on top of some slime chunks, so basically all I had to do was go down my mine and there's a huge amount of slimes down there. But yeah, in this world I haven't found any slimes until I came here today, and I've already taken those slime balls and used them to make some jar labels. Let's just open the Thaumonomic really quick and recap that whole jar label thing. It's here in the alchemy tab. I believe if you go here to water jars and labels, here we go. So you can basically label your water jars with what the aspect is inside. Makes it a little bit easier to tell what's inside, particularly if you don't have the goggles of revealing. Anyway, I discovered this thing while exploring the swamp over here. You can see this fairly interesting node right here. It's got the yellow outline like it's an iron node, but it's got that purple inside. That indicates it's a sinister node, and these sinister nodes tend to spawn around Thaumcraft specific world gen, and specifically it's one of these little dungeon things, as you can see right here. So we're going to go ahead and bust into one of these things on camera. This is the first time I'm doing it in TC5. Alright, looks like we've got a few locals. I made a new Sword of the Zephyr as well that has Repair 2 Sharpness 4 on there. Yeah, hello. There you go, get dunked, sir. The really cool thing about these guys, what are you? A Grim Skeletronian. Yes, I'm sure you are. Yeah, the really cool thing about these is that they have both a skeleton and a zombie spawner within close proximity, which means it's really awesome for setting up the XP farm. Oh, hello, and it looks like they've got an urn down there now as well. Let's just go ahead and put this down. We've got some shards right there. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and break these things. I think you can actually pick these up with Silk Touch, something that I discovered here on the fan server today. Kind of interesting, but we'll just go ahead and break in the normal way to see what's inside. A few gold coins. And then inside that thing we've got a gold ingot and another gold coin right there. So, the aesthetic value on those things is fairly interesting, but the next time we're going to see those in any decent amount will be, whoa! Quite some time away. Oh my gosh. Did not see that. Azanor, wow, Azanor trapped that! I didn't notice that it was a trap chest. It looks like there's a bit of TNT down there, but it looks like it didn't blow the chest up, thankfully. Looks like we've got ourselves for the first time here a Vase Stone, recharges wands in the hotbar, so you can basically wear this thing as an amulet in your Baubles inventory. I found one of these in the TC4 world, found quite a few of them actually. I'm going to take the chest as well because I'm stingy like that. Wait, did we spawn some more guys? I think we did. Yeah, they must be outside or something, or in a cave. So anyway, the V Stone. The thing about these guys is that you can see it has a capacity of 100. Essentially, if you've got it on, I don't actually know how this will work. Well, it looks like it might. Probably it'll refill its stuff. The Vase in your wand. It'll probably refill from the V Stone first, rather than from the actual aura. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if that's the case. If you guys know otherwise, be sure to let me know. But anyway, because we're wearing it at the moment, it looks like it's charging itself up from the aura automagically. So let's take a look at that aura. How are we doing? Wow, there's a lot of iron right here. And it looks like we've got a new node type there to scan as well. I actually just want to see how much iron is in this node. 91! Wow! That's a heck of a lot. Alright, let's go ahead and learn about the sinister nodes, and let's see what they say in the Thaumonomicon here, in the new page that was added here. So we've got sinister, here we go. These nodes operate best in darkness, and when the moon is waning. Furthermore, the area around such nodes is often quite sinister and dangerous, as if they're tapping into some evil and dangerous mystical realm. We'll hear more on that quite later in the adventure here. Where are those skeletons? There must be like a gap in the wall right here. Let's see if we can bust that open. Hello! Where are they? Oh, there we go! It's a skeleton party in there! Holy crap! Oh my gosh! Shall we open it up and have massive frenziness? You know what? Let's do it. Hello! Sword of the Zephyr! Oh, my torches aren't here. Okay, let's back up. Get the torches out. Oh, and they're still spawning back here. Okay, yeah, because it's still dark. There's this whole water around here. I think this is just natural generation. Alright, well that appears to be this kind of Thaumcraft dungeon area sorted out. Kind of an interesting little thing. Not sure if we're going to be able to use this sinister node. Interesting information on it. Got the Vs thing amulet there. Kind of cool. Fantastic loot. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and head back to the base. And yeah, get on with the rest of the episode. And welcome back. So I've had a look around in the Thaumonomicon for something for us to take a look at today, and I've decided that what we're going to do is cover this area of the Thaumonomicon right here. Now there's one guy here, Automated Alchemy. I kind of know what this is about from my exploits in Thaumcraft 4, but that thing right there, Aerial Essentia, that sounds completely new, actually. So let's get the old scribing tools and paper. I should actually rename these scribing tools to something more interesting, shouldn't I? Scribey? Not sure. We do have a wrapper here in New Zealand called Scribe, actually. Kind of an interesting fact. Anyway, let's get that research note. So that is very not light blue, probably Potentia, shirtily doodly, there it is. As well as Aqua Fabrico and Permutatio. Well, we can't use Permutatio because it's right there, so we're going to have to go Instrumentum, so let's get that going. Let's see, we've got plenty of primal aspects this time around, so hopefully we won't run out. So get those going right there. Now, there's not actually that much that connects to Aqua right here, so I think what I'll probably do... Yeah, I think we're going to have to go something like Mortuus Perditio is probably what we'll do, so let's do that, because Perditio is a much nicer primal. And so that basically leaves this one to be Ordo, and then this one's going to have to be Ingis there as well. Perhaps we could actually... I don't think we can get the Perditio any closer to use Jurloom right there. Oh well. Alright, let's move on to something else here. I think, yeah, I think we might go something like Metallum right here is what I'm thinking. So that's going to be those guys. Get some Metallum down, because what I'm thinking of doing is going something like... Now let's see, let's get some Mortuus right there, just to see the layout here. We get some Mortuus down, then we get some Ire right there. Then I can do something like... Okay, no, we don't have enough. We can't get a connect across there. I was hoping to be able to use Wakwas right there. So we're probably going to have to do something a little bit more interesting, like Tenebrae. Tenebrae might do the trick here. Let's see. So Tenebrae is going to be Wakwas and Lux. So let's get those two. Might actually need another Wakwas right there. Let's get the Tenebrae first. And then get that guy, and then I can do something like, let's see, Tenebrae, yes, so maybe we can do something like this. I don't know, I'm kind of winging it here. I think I kind of bulked it up a little bit. Let's get some Lukes down there. I'll do that, and that can connect across there, so that's a kind of a nice little extender. We're already using Ordo, so we'll have to go this guy here like that. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. And then we'll go we Traios like that. Now what I'm thinking of doing is going something like... no, that's not going to work, is it? I was thinking of doing Victus right here, and then Spiritus, and then that will connect to that, but that doesn't work anymore. That would have worked in TC4. I think I've just discovered the aspect that we need right here. We're going to need some Victus and... Perditio right there to get ourselves some Spiritus, but we're also going to need... what was the other aspect? Perditio. If you take this and Perditio, you get a Versio. Oh man. So you can do something like this, and then we can get some more, whatever it was called. Life and Death makes Spiritus. There we go. I can do this. So if I take this, then I can do this. And then I can take some Victus. If I have enough aspects, yes I do. There we go. Nice little linker aspect right there. One of those. So a Versio saved the day there. That's the thing about the one aspect challenge, is that you tend to have one aspect that tends to come in and just be like, hey, I'm a thing and I'm going to save your research. So there we go. Pretty convoluted, pretty long, but we managed to get it. Automated alchemy. Alchemy for the masses. Oh man. Let's go ahead and read about it. Gotta love that picture there of the alchemical construct, I think it's called. What does it have to say? Up to now, alchemy has been somewhat of a hit-and-miss affair. Miscounted aspects, degrading essentia, and ingredients that require manual labour to mix. I know, that's basically, we've had this problem in the past, even on this series and even on the fan server as well for me, where basically you throw the wrong amount of stuff in and then you have Essentia that sort of mixes incorrectly and then you have to get rid of it because, you know, you don't have the right mix anymore and it makes flux in the atmosphere. It's bad. Finally, this is a thing of the past. Oh man, that's really awesome. The Thaumotorium is a marvellous invention that allows the thaumaturge to select which formula to use and what catalysts to add. It then automatically draws Essentia from available sources using tubes. As long as there's a supply of catalyst, it produces the required object perfectly every time! Call within the next 10 minutes. The crucible that forms its base does not require water, but a heat source is still needed. Oh my gosh, look at that amount of cost, guys. And the cost isn't really going up for stuff at the moment, but it's still a pretty hefty amount. So it takes 2 alchemical constructs and a crucible, and then underneath that you're going to need your heat source, so lava or netor or whatever you want to use. When you access this device, you'll see several slots. The top left slot is where you place the catalyst. Once you've done this, you'll be able to choose which recipe you wish to craft with that catalyst from a list of possibilities in the top right slot. The bottom bar shows the essentia required in the order they'll be required. It also displays the progress bars once the machine is in operation. The created object is ejected out of the front of the device or into an inventory if placed in front of the ejection port. So yeah, you can basically connect a chest right to the front of it. Or if you've got hungry chests, I don't think we have hungry chests yet. Generally, people like to use the hungry chests because of the whole anyway. Normally, a Thaumotorium can only have one active formula, but by attaching a mnemonic matrix to its side, you can increase the number of formulas it can keep track of. Each matrix increases the number of formulas by 2. Now, the mnemonic matrix, it's an interesting little mechanic here in Thaumcraft where the Thaumotorium only knows one thing. I've never had a necessity to actually use a mnemonic matrix, although I can think of 1 or 2 systems where it would actually come in quite handy. One of those examples, or the example that I'm thinking of anyway, is for basically when you're doing metal purification, for example. You've got the recipe right here, you can use the Thaumotorium. This is basically what the Thaumotorium will do. In addition to being able to do it in a crucible, now we can do it in a Thaumotorium. You can take something like your iron ore and have it sort of automatically sent to your Thaumotorium. Now there's also here the gold ore and cinnabar ore, so you would basically need to add a single mnemonic matrix to be able to process all 3 of these, because remember, the Thaumotorium by itself can do 1, the mnemonic matrix will add 2, giving a total of 3, so 1 mnemonic matrix would allow it to do all 3 of these. So the idea would be that you have your mining coming automatically in, and then processed into here, and you basically have your essentials that are coming through on your systems, and yeah, that's how you get your native clusters out. Typically though, I don't really actually use this. I'm not sure if I've said this already, I just prefer to use the pickaxe of the core to do this, just because, you know, it's free. Ordo and Metallum aren't exactly the best aspects to come by. You have to burn down some stuff you'd rather not. Well, I guess Ordo maybe not. Well, anyway, that is the Thaumotorium out of the way. A fantastic little guy that we'll have to get to making here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get this next one here as well. Aerial Essentia. Oh man, I think a lot of people are going to be fairly excited about this. Spoilers. So that's grey, not brown. Brain. So that's obviously the Mortus right there. Now let's see if we can get started with this research note. Well, we've got some Perimultatio right there, and that's connecting to Mortus. We could do Ordo is probably what we're going to end up doing there. Seems like a good plan, so I guess we'll have to connect Ordo right there, I think. Yeah, maybe I kind of messed that up. I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, that's okay. That's probably not the best thing right there. Anyway, we've got a vetted seal, which we just learned about last time. So I think we'll do something like Wakwas to connect the Desiderium. Then we can bring the Periditio over like so. And then we could probably even come out the back end like that with Spiritus. Maybe, I don't think that will work though. Maybe actually. Spiritus Mortus. No, that's not going to connect. Alright, then it looks like we're going to do something like... I'll get those away. Let's do something like weak tooth right here, and then we can probably just bring our terror out to here, and then I think we do something like iron right here. I'm already using pedal detour right there. This is kind of tricky. We're going to have to go in a roundabout sort of way here, but I think we might be able to at least connect these guys. Let's see, let's start off by getting Birdtross down to connect those two guys. And then those guys, on the other hand, I'll need to connect through something like Ingis, I think is what we'll need. Yeah, so let's do something like Ingis right there. And then we can connect those two via Lux and Potentia. So let's get those down. Okay, that works. And then I'm thinking of doing something like Tenebrae right here. So we're going to need to get ourselves some Lux, some more Lux, and the Birdtross here, and then connect those two guys up. There you go. And then I can do that, and then just connect to these via Lux. So they did eventually work itself out. I was a little bit worried that this one was going to be... Oh no. Oh dear. I'm already using Lux, I've just realized. Dang it! Dang it. Although I don't know if there's any other thing that we could have done right there. Maybe there was. Let's have a look. Is there something else that Scott Birdtross meant? I feel so bad. I didn't realize till just then. I'm already using Desiderium. Tenebrae. Yeah. Or maybe Winklum? I'm not sure actually. No, because Mortus was way down there, so... Maybe that was one that we couldn't have done. Perhaps if you guys have a way to do this one, the single aspect challenge, let me know. Kinda sucks that I didn't see that till right at the very end. Alright, let's go ahead and read about this anyway. Essentia transfusion. Over there. During the infusion crafting process, Essentia is drawn directly from jars and floats through the air to the infusion matrix. The magic of the matrix keeps it stable enough for the infusion process, but normally the Essentia is still changed in such a way that it becomes unusable for anything else. You've discovered a way to transport Essentia in a similar manner without it becoming unstable. Okay, this sounds interesting. You've drawn up plans for 2 devices. The filling Essentia transfuser can take Essentia directly from a pipe network or other Essentia source and transport it to jars within 16 blocks of the direction it is facing. Say what? So the filling Essentia transfuser made with a dispenser, alchemical construct, some brass and iron, as well as a pipe, as well as a heck of a lot of viscera, thank goodness me. The emptying Essentia transfuser does the opposite, drawing Essentia from jars within a range and placing it within tubes or devices, requiring Essentia of a specific type. This sounds like it's like wireless Essentia network stuff. This is what I was asking for at the end of TC4 there. This is pretty interesting. It looks like Azanor sort of added a system like this to allow you to wirelessly send Essentia around. This sounds really interesting, actually. Oh my gosh, and this takes a similar amount of material, so that's a hopper on top. This one's a dispenser. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Right, well I guess we're going to need to head into the nether really quick here to try and mess around with this guy right here at the end of the episode, so let me gather together some materials and we'll be right back. Moving right along, we're now here inside the nether base. I've done a few more additions to the place here. I've got my Essentia smeltery in here now. I've got a few choice Essentia jars as well as those jar labels I was talking about at the start. Let's go ahead and burn down some of these items here to see exactly how they work. Or I guess I technically need to get this emptying Essentia transfuser on here first. I'm not exactly sure how this thing is supposed to work. It says that it works for things in front of it, so I'm guessing if I do something like... There's a bit of more tools in there still, whatever, I'm a derp. Oh, do I have to shift click on there? Okay. Not seeing a physical connection. Is it working or not? I can't tell. Maybe it has to be the Did I do the emptying one, or does it have to be the filling one? Now that's making a connection right there. I struggle to understand what's going on here. Which one do I want? The filling Essentia. Does filling Essentia take Essentia directly? Transport it. Okay, so the filling one... That confuses me. The filling one empties whatever it's attached to. Okay, so we want the filling one on here. Let's actually just do something like this to start off. And there's no more tools jar around. I've still got most of my Essentia jars over here in this ugly cobblestone block of a area here. Where is my mortar tools? Do I even have a mortar tools jar? Perhaps I don't actually. Maybe mortar tools is a new Essentia for me. In that case, it's time to get the Essentia file out. Every time that there's a new type of Essentia that... Whoa! Watch where you're going! Okay. Oh, yeah, I turned the hostile monsters off because ghasts are annoying in the nether. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get this new Essentia type mortar tools. You saw it here first. So if I go ahead and put an empty jar right here... Oh, there we go. There we go. I was about to say nothing's happening, but... Well... Oh my goodness. There you go. But let's go ahead and test this out a little bit more. I brought a whole bunch of stuff to burn down here. This is what I do with most of the stuff that I get from monster hunting, and as well as the potions that I get out of the looting bags. Yeah, that was just me clicking my fingers right there. Yeah, these big ticket items take a whole heap of time to burn down, as you can see. It doesn't, of course, this guy hasn't actually filled up yet. Oh my goodness. There we go. Well, that's the stuff going through. It looks like it was metallum right there in this specific example. And there goes some Desiderium. This is pretty freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow. So basically, normally what you have to do is kind of come along here. Where's my Bestia? If we come and grab the Bestia jar, what you normally have to do is basically hold this thing like this and come up here and right-click it along here like so, like I did way back when. This saves a whole heap of time and looks pretty dang awesome as well. I was kind of disappointed how Thaumcraft 4 kind of slowly transitioned towards not having wireless Essentia systems. Do I not have any Aversio jars? Oh, there it is. It's over there. I guess it kind of has to search for it every time. Perhaps it kind of has to register with it where it is for that one time, for a limited time only, or something. Perhaps it just takes a little longer because it's on the fringes or something. Yeah, this is amazing, and this is only one half of it. It can also... Starting server backup, expect lag. Yeah, I've still got by the way, I didn't actually remove... You've probably been wondering, I still have FTB utilities installed. Whoops-a-daisy. Normally remove that, but not today, apparently. Alright, anyway. The Essentia emptying Essentia transfuser. I'm kind of confused about this, because I would have expected that to be called the emptying guy. So this one works in the other way. It's like if I stick... Get out of the way, Zesto. If I stick this on here, is it like it'll draw metallum towards it from here? Is that how it works? Does it take a couple of seconds for it to kick up, fire up? I'm not sure. It looks like it's making a connection across there. Yeah, maybe we have to move this metallum jar a little bit. Let's just move this into the front here and see what happens. So get that back on the front there. How's that going? Not much is happening. Not a whole lot's happening. Maybe it just has to take a little while. Maybe it's directed wrong. I'm not sure. I don't have any Essentia tubes around here. Well, anyway, this is pretty awesome. We're going to have to go ahead and experiment with this system a little bit more, but this sort of makes this whole room actually kind of make sense. Spoilers, because you can kind of have your Essentia jars on the wall, and then you can basically pepper this thing with these whatever this one is. I've still got to get used to the name, and then it can kind of just put the Essentia wherever it is inside our little room here. That is pretty awesome. I'm going to need to make more of these and get more of my jars here, but that's going to have to be another time. I think this is a pretty long episode, but The last couple of episodes I think have been a little short. You guys deserve a slightly longer one. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this episode of Thaumcraft 5. Hope that you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next one. Sinister, what are you doing?